So, I can't believe I let y'all talk me into this. And I mean, a part of me wanted to do it anyway, but here we go. So, what they say? Welcome to my YouTube channel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that I'm literally just going to come on here, share my thoughts, and archive my journey, my experience. So yes, why is that important? Because who even am I? Okay, so I am Marlicia Bartholomew. Literally, as of tomorrow, I officially changed my last name. I've been married for 2 years now. Has it been 2 years? I think 2 years now. Don't quote me on that. But I've been married for 2 years, and I'm married to Jude Bartholomew. That's my baby. But we also have a daughter. She's 7 months old. She'll be 8 months in a couple of days. Oh, snap. 3 days. And I just love my family, okay? It's been a long time coming since I've had literally a husband and a daughter. But what the heck? So y'all asked me some questions and I'm going to answer them. I really feel like if you've been following me on Instagram since the beginning of time, I started my Instagram in 2016, December 2016. And I feel like y'all should know me by now. I'm an open book. I literally tell y'all everything. I mean, that I want y'all to know. But my YouTube channel will definitely be one of those things that you get a longer spiel, because y'all know I like to talk. But some days I'll ramble, some days it'll be concise and straight to the point. But you know, never know what we'll get from this. I'm very excited because I just look forward to growing with y'all. Like on a regular basis, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. So shout out to the people who follow me. I see about 300 people on my story a day. I don't know if that's to you a lot of people or a little bit of people, but it means a lot to me to know that 300 people regularly watch me every single day. And so sometimes like 400, 600 people, there's a very big gap depending on what I'm doing. I think the most I've ever had somebody, the number was 800 people. And that was around the time of my wedding when people were like tagging me and things of that sort. Or recently when I was on HSN with Taraji P. Henson. So it all depends on what's going on in life. Hopefully you guys keep that same energy, that same momentum, and get people to know about me, my story, my life, who I am, why I am the way that I am. And so it's the aeroplane. And so I just want to jump into it because this is our first time doing this. And what the heck? So who am I? I said that already, Marlicia Bartholomew. I am 28 years old. This is my great 28th year of life. And that's also one of the reasons why I decided to start this channel vlog, is because life is really taking off for me right now. And I just want to archive it, be in the moment, my great 28, and it's only going to get better. It's up and it's stuck. So my hobbies consist of, I like to read, I like to eat, well, things have changed, honestly. I'm even gonna hold y'all. Things have changed recently since I had my daughter. And I love going to the beach. I love taking a bubble bath. I love taking walks. And before I met Jude, which is my husband, my man, before I met him, I used to go to the gym every day, but I don't go to the gym every day anymore. I'm going to get back into that though. I used to be very big into sports and track, and I ran track in high school, middle school and high school. And now I'm not going to say because of him, that's extreme, but when you get into a relationship, sometimes it's just like, oh, we finally, It's the finale, the grand finale. But I do believe in keeping it right and tight for not just yourself, but for your spouse. And so after having our daughter 7 months ago, almost 8 months ago, rather, it's about that time to get into it so I can get fine. It's kind of too late for the summertime, but is it? Yeah, we like a week away from summer. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I'm an author. I'm a children's book author. I wrote a book called Indigo the Great is Grateful. I'm an author. Not just a children's book author though, because I've written 3 books now, actually. So the first book I ever wrote was a book of poetry, and it's called Number 4. And number 4 was because I am the 4th member of my family, the Jones family. Shout out to Mark and Lisa Jones. Dr. Mark T. Jones Sr. and prophetess Lady Lisa Jones. My parents are pastors of Manifestation Worldwide. And so number 4 is literally a compilation of poems that I wrote at a very young age. But they were not young at heart, baby. Them. I read through some of those poems now. I'm like, man, somebody was just grown. But my second book is Indigo the Great is Grateful. That was one of my favorite projects because I tapped into my inner childhood, and her name is Indigo Ray Childs, and she's 5 years old, and she has this experience with learning gratitude. Gratitude and teaching. Her grandmother taught her about gratitude, and so it's a really cute book. You should get it. My third book that I recently just published is called Check Please. And one of the things about Check Please is not a regular book. It's a workbook. And so it's a money savings challenge workbook that will allow for you to, if you do all of the things that I put inside of it, the exercises that I put inside, it's $75,000 savings plus whatever you decide that you want to save. So I've curated $75,000 worth challenges throughout the book. It's kind of like, you ever use a workbook or a crossword puzzle, or what is it called, Sudoku, right? So like you get a book and you don't just sit and read the book, right? There's different exercises and activities for you to do throughout the book. And so that's what it is. And I'm very proud of that book because it's one of my passion projects. It was a very limited edition. And so the first go round, because y'all always get me doing stuff I say I'm not going to do. That first batch was 28 books. And then y'all asked me to purchase some more. So I purchased 50, I think. Yeah, 50. So close to 80 books, 78 books, close to 80 books have been sold. And I still have some more orders to fulfill this week. I am the owner of Imbue Home Enhancement Services, and it is a business that serves people, families that really just need structure and help in their home. I started off as a nanny in 2015, and from nannying, I started cleaning up people's houses for my sake, though, because I wanted to make sure that wherever I was, it was, conducive for me to be a functioning nanny. And so I would clean up for them, and then I would take their kids to different appointments, gymnastics, doctor's appointments, everything, literally. I became mommy's helper is what they call it now. And from that point, I started charging people outside of just nannying. And then I became a tutor. And after tutoring, that really is now I think tutoring is my number 1 stream now. Yeah, tutoring is my number 1 stream currently. I have 12 students. 12 students? Yes, I have 12 students currently. And we always have a good time. I also am a certified life coach, to which I became certified in December. And I have 3 clients, one of which is a high profile client. And I also am a life coach for especially children. I like to help them with their lives and whatnot. I am also, speaking of children, I am also the youth leader of Outre Student Oasis. Shout out to my babies. I love them so much. And I've been a part of student ministry at my church literally since I was a little girl. So being able to give back to the community, give back to this next generation, it really just does something to my heart to know that I am responsible for aiding them spiritually and even through just life, right? There's something that I put together for them. It's a 16-week long curriculum called Life Skills. And I really look forward to that because we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. Financial aid, college admission, how to cook, clean, sew, grooming, hygiene. What else? How to tie a tie, how to change a tire, literally life skills, etiquette, things that they need for the long run, interviewing skills, things of that sort. As I mentioned before, I am a PK, but excuse me. Also, I burp a lot, so please don't hate me. So yeah, being a preacher's kid was decent, and it taught me a lot. I'm not gonna get into that today because that's not, it is who I am, but it's not the only thing that I am associated with any longer. So before I got married and had my child, that was literally why people knew me. Oh, you're Mark and Lisa's daughter. You're Apostle's daughter. Yes, I am. But I also got to a place where I started being rude to people because that's all they wanted to associate me with was just church. And I'm, not just that. I'm a lot more than just church. And so, yeah. Also, what else am I? I'm an actress, which is all the reason why I also started this channel, is because I want to document for my own sake, not even just for you guys, because y'all have been telling me to do so, or asking me rather to do so. I'm an actress, and I enjoy that because I was telling my mom the other day, it's nothing greater than knowing that I was taught by Barbie that I can be anything, and being able to just show up to a script, not having to put my own words to it, and just show up, be another person. Like, I can be a wife, I can be a girlfriend, I could be a teacher, I can be literally an astronaut, I can be anything I want to be. I can be an attorney. That's really what the conversation with my mom came from. She was like, oh, don't you wish you would have went to school to be an attorney? Absolutely not. Because I was auditioning for a role, and she was like, I bet you wish you would have went to school, huh? I said, no, actually I don't. So because of that, I do have opportunities and experiences that allow for me to just have a good time, show up to a set and perform and do something and be something outer body, right? Not on no spooky jump, but be something different and give myself to somebody else's body of work. Another thing that I am, I am a singer, songwriter, and that's another thing that I realize is that I am good with words on paper. I can sing, and I have a song out called Sundays, Sundaze. I also have another song that I featured in. It's called Sweet Tooth by Critique. That's not my song though, but that was when I was 20. No, I think I was like 21 singing that song. It's a video on YouTube as well. Woo. What else? So I sing. I love to sing. I've been singing since I was a little girl. I sung in the church choir, of course. But mostly I sing R&B and neo soul. I do, I'm a lover. I'm a natural lover at heart. So I love to give it to the people to where, people feel good about being in love. Everything ain't about being a city girl. So I want to answer some of the questions that y'all have for me though. What is your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show, I honestly don't watch TV. So for me to like something, I really have to get into it and like it from the very first episode. I want to say like 30 seconds in, because if you don't get me at the first 30 seconds, you've lost me. I'm not a TV gal. So because of that, funny story, my mom for graduation bought me a television, my high school graduation. She got upset because I never used it. I never turned the TV on. She thought that it was a need for me because I was a college student. Never used it. Barely used it, I should say. And then I gave it to my brother. So she was even more upset because it was a gift to me and I gave it to my brother. But yeah, I don't watch TV. And if my TV is on, it's because my husband watches TV a lot. My husband is into anime, and he likes watching what's her name? It's Abba and Preach. He likes watching somebody, little voiceover guy. He watches those people. And also now my daughter, she watches Hey Bear Sensory on YouTube and Word Party on Netflix. But my show, the only show I've ever really fully watched, Being Mary Jane. I just thought about that, Being Mary Jane. When I was in college, I literally, oh yes, so I have a mass comm degree, and I was in news reporting and telecom news and all of that stuff. And so my whole life, while in my internship, was spent binge watching Being Mary Jane with Gabrielle Union. And so I'm like, dang, shorty living life like this? Yes. All the more reason why I need to finish going to school, because, ooh. So if you ever watched Being Mary Jane, just know I was trying to. Ooh. Anyway. So what else? What else would I possibly, let me see. I watched, in 2020? I think it was 2020. I binge watched. That's another thing. If I do watch a show, I binge watch it. But I'm not much of a binge watcher, because by the time I'm put onto a show, they're like 7 seasons in. Who has time to catch up? All American? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Jude watches that. Now they're on a Homecoming. I don't know nothing about these shows. So I just been looking at him, looking at the TV, like, okay. But what else have I ever just sat and watched? Oh, Abbott. Literally, I watch Abbott. I love Abbott. Yeah, that's a good show. It's a good show. And Quinta Brunson is such a inspiration. She's so young. She's cute. She's, doing her thing. What else do I like to watch? I tried to get into that Jenny and Georgia show. But I think I stopped at like episode 5. I'm not much of a TV watcher. Oh, recently I went to Detroit and I visited my god sister Dominique, and she had me watching Is It Cake? So now I'm watching Isn't Cake. But I think I'm done with it. I think I watched maybe 6. Well, I watched 4 at her house. So yeah, I've probably watched about 7 episodes. Yeah, Is It Cake? If you guys ever watch that show, it's pretty cool. It's a show that they make cakes out of realistic items. And so, did I say that right? They make cakes out of realistic items. Based on realistic. Yeah. I said that right. Woo! So, and then the judges have to determine which one is actually cake. So, for example, they have like burgers and sandboxes and purses and like literally anything that is a material thing can be made into a cake. And then they have to determine out of like maybe 6 options which one is actually cake. It's a pretty cute show. What else are y'all asking me? What is my favorite vacation spot? Okay, so that was twofold. How many countries have I visited? And what is my favorite vacation spot? I have currently, 14 countries. Jamaica was my last one in January. So 14 countries I've been to and counting. And my all-time favorite, is between Peru and Guatemala. Guatemala, because it was the very first international trip I took. I was 19. Excuse me. And so it popped my cherry. But also it felt good. Like there's something about Guatemala that just feels if and when it's time for me to settle down in life and like Nala is grown and gone and ready to just live her life, I would move back to Guatemala. I would move to Guatemala. I would move to Guatemala, speak a little Espanol. And yeah, I would move to Guatemala. Either Guatemala or Costa Rica. But Peru, I love Peru because Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is one of the wonders, one of the great wonders of the world. And baby, that view up there is breathtaking, okay? I literally could have cried because I felt so close to God. Skydiving and being in Machu Picchu, two of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had that came close to like heaven on earth. And for real, like I really felt, when skydiving, I felt like a bird. I felt like, I'm like a bird, I want to fly. I really felt so free. I felt so liberated. I was free falling. And that same feeling I had when I was at the top of Machu Picchu, just looking down at all of, Peru, so to speak, and the ruins and everything that was just, it's beautiful. You should go. What else did y'all want to know? Oh, how is Nala? Nala is, she's great. This week, and I laugh because this week she showed her little butt. She's showing me who she truly is at this point. Because you go from, a little cute little day one to a newborn to an infant to, no, she's 8 months now. And so at 8 months, she's doing whatever she wants to do. So, but for real, she's a good kid. Nala's a really good kid. She's very easygoing. As a matter of fact, she is all the reason why I wouldn't have another kid, for a good reason. My entire time with Nala has been perfect. I say that very sure, because my pregnancy, I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was 7 weeks. I didn't have morning sickness. I didn't have cravings or anything like that. My pregnancy was smooth sailing. My birth, my labor and delivery, I would do it again. I gave her naturally, had her naturally, no C-section, no epidural, no medication, no nothing. Just me and God. That was also, those are top 3. Skydiving, Machu Picchu, and giving birth are the closest I've ever felt to God. And I say that because giving birth, first of all, it's life or death. But I realized that it's all mental. Pain is mental. And somebody may think I'm exaggerating or whatever, but I ate that. I did my thing when I gave birth to Nala. I really did. My mom talks about it very often to people. And I'm very proud of myself. So my doula, shout out to Jasmine Henson? Yeah, Jasmine Henson with the Reach Up program. She's so great. Her and Mercy Perez with the Reach Up program are amazing people who helped me along my way with bringing Nala into this world. Shout out to them. Nala, back to Nala. Nala's good though. She's breastfed. So we are looking forward to, she's eating purees now. So we're looking forward to just introducing her to different foods. She'll eat anything we put in front of her. She loves water. My baby loves drinking water, and will literally hold the bottle and just, she's so cute. Nala, I love her. She's such a good kid, bro. But now she's teething right now. That's why I say she's showing her behind, because she's teething. But it's not as dramatic as I thought it would be. But last night, specifically, y'all, Jude literally woke up at 3:27 and was like, nah, this is the worst she's ever been. And it is. That she doesn't cry. And if she does cry, she's hungry. And we really don't let her get to the point of like crying for hunger. Because that's crazy. But yeah, she's a very silly kid. She's happy and she has a beautiful smile and she has a great personality. She can talk a lot and she stands on her own while holding something, of course. What else? She sits up well. She's been sitting up since she was 4 months, actually. Yeah. Nala is very fast paced for her age. What else about Nala? How is Nala? Nala, that's my baby. I love her. But yeah, besides this week, she's been really good, smooth sailing. So as this week goes on and as time passes us by, I'll probably keep you guys posted on this here vlog. So that's another thing I want to let y'all know. I am not doing this like full time. I'm probably gonna give y'all probably 3 months. I'll give y'all 3 months of consistent content every single week. Just 3. That's all y'all gonna get from me. A quarter of my life. Literally a quarter of my life. I will give that to y'all. And if y'all want more, then we'll probably come up with something else. But as of now, I know 100% I can commit to a quarter of my life. I'm not doing this full time. So, what else? What else did y'all want to know? Fun facts. I don't really have nothing to think of right now. I think for a lot of this, I'll be able to tell you guys as we talk through whatever, comes up. But all in all, I want you guys to know that this is going to be a social experiment for myself to get out of my bubble. And I'm 100% a homebody. I don't like leaving. COVID did me a wonderful job by just making me feel so, yeah, I needed that. I needed 2020. If anybody else felt like they needed 2020, let me know. Because I can't be the only person who loved being on lockdown, quarantine, and not having to think about anything other than keeping myself alive. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I didn't have to think about, somebody needs this from me or I didn't have to think about any of that. And so in my mind, I got stuck in 2020 because I haven't left the house for real. And I really only leave my house on Tuesdays to go to staff meeting and an occasion when people invite me somewhere, which is also very hard to attend. But then on Sunday mornings, so Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, typically Friday nights, me and Jude go out on dates. But other than that, I'm in the house. Oh, snap. So the purpose of this vlog, like I said before, is just to keep track of my thoughts, keep track of my life. It's a vlog that really is going to compile my entire journey. So as I grow, you guys get to watch me firsthand, and I look forward to it. I will be talking about, of course, what my life is like as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, and as a boss. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy the journey. So if you guys have any more questions, leave them in the comments below. Bye.